What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Dawn here. Today I'm doing a different kind of setup for my YouTube video. I'm in the backyard of my best friend's mom's house and it is a gorgeous day outside, so I decided to just film outside, get a glimpse of this fresh air, and there's peacocks and shit all around. So if you guys hear that in the background or if you hear dogs barking, don't fucking mind it. It's all good. So today's series is a transgender Q&A. Now I did ask you guys to ask me questions a while ago on my Instagram. Leave your comments down below. So if you do not follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. I'll leave all of my information in the description box below, and I'll also leave it on the screen just if you guys want to like do a quick little follow. So let's just get started because I'm ready to do this. The first question is from Glow Gang Ken. She says, I know you get asked a lot about your struggles, but what are your favorite parts of your transitions? Any specific memories? Love your hot self. Love you too, girl. So I would say that my favorite part of my transition is not even like the physical portion of my body. I would say that it's how you get treated out in public as a woman. Like you get so much respect from men, and like they open doors and stuff for you, and everyone is just like smiling at you, and like especially if you're like fucking gorgeous, like they're just like, yes bitch, like I fucking respect you. I would think that's my favorite part of being trans. Any specific memories? Like, I guess it's just when you go out in public, say if you go to a party or you're going to a club, like it's just how people react to you being a woman now. So that's my favorite part. The next question is from Ari Vianney XO, saying, is it possible to lose weight while you're on hormones? I've been wanting to lose weight and I'm gonna start estrogen soon, and I wanted to know, like, how does it make it harder to lose weight? Yes, it is possible to lose weight while you're on hormones. I've noticed that with myself. I've always had a fast metabolism. Now my metabolism is a lot slower than what it used to be, and that's good because I want to be able to gain weight in all the places that are needed. So yes, it's possible to lose weight. All you have to do is just like work out or, you know, diet, watch what you're eating. Honestly, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. It's really possible to lose weight. I would say it does make it a little harder to lose weight because your body is going through a whole nother puberty and you're gaining weight, your metabolism's changing, like everything is just changing. So you might have to work a little harder. It just depends on you and your genetics basically. Regina Jackie asks, do you feel like a whole new person? By the way, you slay my queen, so fucking flawless. Aw, thank you, Jackie. I love you, girl. I would say I feel like a new version of myself. I wouldn't say that I feel like a whole new person. I feel like my authentic self, and I feel like super happy. If you like have known me like back then, of course, like yeah, I was a happy person because that's just who I was. But I'm more happy with the person that I am now, being a woman, because this is who I felt like I've always was meant to be. So yeah, thank you for your compliment, by the way. Girly girl baby 14, who do you look up to and what is your favorite thing to do? Okay, well, I look up to a lot of people, mostly females. I don't think I look up to any males. I look up to my mom. I look up to Beyonce. She slays me. I look up to my best friend Amanda, who's sitting over there, because she's very strong. She's been through a lot, and she's helped me a lot through this process. I look up to Gigi Gorgeous and Laverne Cox because, you know, they started from the bottom and they worked hard to where they have to be now. If you guys have watched my previous videos, I have to like link them down in the description box because I don't remember which video I talked about them in. But yeah, I was just saying that Laverne Cox especially, because she's a black trans woman and she knows all the struggles that I have to go through on the daily. So I would say that Laverne Cox is like my #1 transpiration. Nanda009, how has transitioning affected your love life? What are the ups and downs of dating a transgender from your perspective? Trans model indeed, always looking gorgeous. Aw, thank you, Nanda. I would say that transitioning has affected my love life in the best way possible, because dating as a gay boy, okay, like it felt like normal, but there was always that one thing missing, like, because in a gay relationship you have to like kind of be equal. Like, it, of course everyone wants to be equal in whatever relationship they're in, but you have to play like kind of the same role. And I've always thought like, okay, like this is not who I am, I don't feel comfortable doing this, I would never like top someone. Like, that's so weird. But, stop laughing at me. I just felt like I've always needed to be the more feminine, more submissive role in a relationship, and now that's possible, and like I'm dating like straight men now, like it's so much better. I feel more myself when I'm in a relationship, and I feel like I can offer more on the table because I'm being my authentic self, so it's a lot better. What are the ups and downs of dating a transgender from your perspective? Well, it all depends on the transgender person that you're dating, really. Like, a lot of trans people have mental issues because of not being accepted or having to go through a lot of abuse mentally or physically. It all just depends, because there are trans people who are mentally stable. It's not always about like someone being crazy because they're trans. Being trans is not like a mental disease. Like, it's completely normal. So I think there's really no ups and downs. I think one of the good ups of dating a trans person is we know both sides, like how to, work things out, and we know both sides of like gender, I guess you can say. Like, we're like two-spirited, so like we're kind of more understanding, I think, in my opinion. But that's just I'm not trying to be biased, but that's just my opinion. A_Ali J asked, this isn't really a question, but do you got any tips for a trans girl pre-everything? Love you and your vids, you're an inspiration. So any advice for a trans girl, like pre-op surgery and pre-hormones? I would honestly say that you don't need hormones or surgeries to be considered a woman or a male, whatever gender you're trying to portray yourself as. I would really say it's all about your mentality. If you know that inside that you're a woman or a male, like, that's exactly who you are. You don't need anyone to tell you that that's who you are. You just need that validation within yourself. Sorry, this fucking flies all over the place. You just need that validation within yourself. Like, you don't need anyone to tell you, like, hey, this is who you can be. Like, you just go ahead and do that yourself. I don't know how to pronounce this. A Noviar. Is there anything you wish you would have done differently or changed in the beginning of your transition, mental and or physical? You're gorgeous, babe. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you. If there's anything I wish I would have done differently in the beginning of my transition, that would be just to start hormones sooner. I really feel like I could have avoided like some of the dysphoria that I have like with my body. I mean, because everyone has like their insecurities with their body and what they wish they could change. Some things you just can't change about yourself, and you just have to love the vessel that you were given by God. But really, that's the only thing. Like, I really think that everything was perfect timing, and everything is the way that it's supposed to be. Like, I feel like I've transitioned the right time in my life because I was mentally prepared for that. Chaz Keats 21 asked me, when did you want to be a girl? Well, that's kind of a difficult question, because in my mind and in my heart and my soul, I feel like I've always been a girl. And you can ask anyone, like even my best friend over here. I've always been like super fucking feminine and like just the most girly girl in the world. Like, I've always been super flamboyant. And if you've watched some of my videos, if you're like a returning subscriber, like, or a fan from my channel, you would know that I was born with Klinefelter syndrome, which means an extra chromosome. So instead of like, male XY and female XX, like, I was born XXY. And I'll make a video all about that on its own at another time. So just keep updated for that. Sexted Your Exes asks, what is a process to starting/getting HRT? So usually what people would do is go to their original doctor, the doctor that they always go to, and tell them, hey, this is my situation. I want to start transitioning. Where can I be referred to? Like, honestly, that's all you got to do. Or I would suggest, okay, that car is so rude. So rude. I would suggest going to your local LGBT center and asking them, like, hey, I want to start hormones. Where can I go? Because that's what a lot of my friends have done, and it's worked out really good for them. So I really suggest going to your local LGBT center. Usually you have to go through therapy for a few months and get approved by the therapist to start your hormones and everything. But the doctor that I went to didn't offer that option. Like, it's either if you feel like you need therapy, then you can do therapy, or if you feel like you just want to start hormones now, you can do that, but just know that the option for therapy is here if you need it or want it. Yips_poo asks, how long did it take you to go from seeing a therapist to starting HRT? Well, I just answered that. I didn't have to see a therapist to start HRT. It just really all depends on the doctor that you go to, honestly. Amia Loyalty asks, I am a transgender, only 3 months, and how hard was it to change your gender on your driver's license? Okay, so in that process, you have to have your endocrinologist send out a confirming letter saying like, oh, it's okay, they've done everything they need to do, they've undergone all the physical and mental things they need to do in order to get their gender changed on their documents, so go ahead and change it, and you take it to the DMV and all that stuff. I also have a video for that, so I'll leave that also in the description box down below if you guys want to like see that and check that out. But it was very quickly. Your doctor sends you a letter and you take it to the DMV, and then they just change it for you. Brandy.n.s asks me, so if you use tape to tuck, what do you do after you use the restroom? Do you take the time to tuck again? I only use tape to tuck if I'm going to the beach, or if I'm wearing something really provocative and that is going to show like my areas a lot more than usual. Other than that, I don't use tape. I will use a homemade gaff, and if you watch my video on how to tuck, you'll see how I do that and what the gaff looks like. _China asked me, have you experienced shrinkage while on HRT? Because some people say they do and others say they don't. So basically, shrinkage just means like if your genitalia have they shrunk while being on hormones. And yes, I have experienced a lot of shrinkage. Like, it has went from obviously a bigger size to a smaller size. You guys know what shrinking is. But to answer your question, yes, I think it all depends on the person, really. But yes, you will experience shrinkage while being on hormones. Alana.n.Jordan asked me, have you ever had a female orgasm and how does it feel? Oh girl, let me tell you. Okay, so while being on hormones, you guys, you will experience second sex characteristics or something like that. So with that being said, like, you will experience like the female orgasm, which is like a full body orgasm. It's not just in like the area that is being like touched, it's like all over your body. And I really feel like that has to be with the person that you have a physical and a mental and emotional connection with. You really have to be into it, and you have to like this person in order for that to really happen. So I've only had that really happen once, and it was amazing. Let me tell you, it's life-changing. Like, you really need to feel what that feels like, because it like changed my life and it has risen my standards. And that was the last question, you guys. Thank you so much for asking me all these questions. You guys don't understand. I'm so appreciative of you guys always participating in my question and answers. I really love you guys so much, and I can't express that enough. Like, you guys really make me feel like I'm at home when you guys give compliments and say that you guys love me and participate in the things that I ask of you guys. Like, you guys really make my days when you guys do this kind of thing. It really helps me. It really helps me stay positive all the time. It helps me know that there's somebody out there who actually cares about me. And once again, like I said, if you've missed out on this Q&A, know that there will be more in the future, and go ahead and ask your questions on my email. If you have any questions, I'll leave it down in the description box below, and follow my Instagram for the next Q&A or to keep updated with me and what I'm doing. If you haven't already, go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Mwah.